Vietnam put its best military units on parade to celebrate what it calls the liberation of Saigon. Speakers refer to the 1975 military success as a turning point in the history of Vietnam. They said it ushered in a new era of socialism. They derided American efforts during the war, calling Vietnam the greatest, hardest, and costliest war the United States has known since World War II. For America, one speaker said, Vietnam was a tunnel with no light at its end. Vietnam's top leaders were in attendance at the parade that was focused on the old presidential palace. They included the Communist Party Secretary Le Duan, the most powerful man in the country, also Prime Minister Pham Van Dong. Amongst the guests were a bevy of military officers from the Soviet Union, and one of the few invited Americans, peace activist David Dellinger. In 1975, after the fall of Saigon, I stood in this park and watched the victorious Communist forces parade. Today, 10 years later, their military power is even more evident. Mobile surface-to-air missiles rolled through the streets, part of the Soviet Union's contribution to the Vietnamese army, the fourth largest in the world. Russia has also given MiG fighter planes and helicopters. The United States indirectly contributed to Vietnam's military might with these armored personnel carriers captured from the South Vietnamese army and put into use. The anniversary parade in Ho Chi Minh City is part of a nationwide effort to assert that the 1975 victory by the Communists firmly integrated the North and the South. Major cities such as Da Nang have had their own posters and celebrations. And for the losers, the South Vietnamese army and officials, many linger in re-education camps like this former captain, Nguyen Bong An. He's been in prison for 10 years, and he told newsmen his release date still has not been determined, even though he had often expressed regret for what he did. Prominent in the anniversary celebrations were mass organizations, emphasizing a theme that Vietnam today is a country of and for the worker. But it was the military theme that dominated the most, a reflection not only of the victory a decade ago, but also current policy, which has troops deployed in Cambodia to fight radical communist guerrillas and confrontation with the Chinese at the northern Vietnamese border. The people of old Saigon love a parade, and they pushed and shoved for the best vantage points at the anniversary celebrations. Their active interest seemed to dispel any lingering doubts that the communist victory 10 years ago was total. Peter Arnett, CNN, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.